There are things in this world we were never meant to touch. Books that shouldn't be opened, names that should never be spoken, and rituals that should never, ever be performed. These are the top 3 terrifying true stories of people who tried to conjure demons and found out the hard way. They succeeded. Story 1, The Whispering Mirror. Location, Wisconsin, 1997. They found it at a garage sale, an antique mirror wrapped in black cloth. The seller said it came from an old farmhouse that burned down in the 30s. No one had dared hang it since, but 17-year-old Rachel thought it was aesthetic. She put it up in her room and started seeing things. Reflections that didn't match reality. Dark shapes moving in corners, eyes watching her, even when the room was empty. Then came the whispering. It started as soft gibberish, barely audible, but each night it got louder, clearer. She made out one phrase again and again. "Speak my name." Eventually, she did. Just once. Into the mirror. The glass cracked instantly, like a spider web. And that night, her family found her standing still in her room, staring into the shattered mirror. Mouth wide open, eyes rolled back, and carved into the wall over and over in her own handwriting, "He lives behind the glass." To this day, the mirror is missing, and Rachel hasn't spoken a word since. Story 2, the username .Malephar. Location, Ontario, Canada, 2011. Kyle was deep into occult forums. He wasn't a believer, just a bored college kid looking to scare himself. Then he stumbled on a thread titled, "Summon a real demon through your computer." It seemed ridiculous. A ritual using a username. You create a new account on an old IRC chat program, type in a series of Latin commands, and wait. The username had to be .Malephar. Just that. No profile picture. No bio. Kyle followed it to a T. At first, nothing happened. Then, every night, the same notification. .Malephar has entered the chat. But Kyle never saw any messages. Just that presence. Watching. Logging in, logging out. Then one night, it typed, "Let me in." He closed the laptop. The power surged. All the lights in his dorm flickered. When he turned his laptop back on, every account he ever had, email, socials, everything, was replaced by that name. .Malephar. He smashed the computer, burned the pieces. It didn't matter. The next week, he found the name scratched into his forearm when he woke up. Deep, red, and fresh. He dropped out, moved into his parents' basement. To this day, he hasn't owned another computer, and he sleeps with a gun. Story 3, the church basement Pact. Location, Louisiana, 1983. 3 teenagers broke into an abandoned church on Halloween night. They found a trap door beneath the altar that led to a dirt floor basement. There, they discovered an old book, leather-bound, unlabeled, covered in dust. Inside were handwritten rituals, Latin, Hebrew, even Enochian. They picked one. It simply read, "To see the thing with no face." They followed the instructions, a ring of blood, black candle, chant the name. The name was aradhael. The temperature dropped instantly. The candles blew out. Then came the scratching from under the dirt. One boy, Jesse, ran. The other 2 stayed behind. Only Jesse made it home. He was shaking, rambling about something rising up from the ground. Something that had no eyes, just skin stretched over a face. Police searched the church, found the other boy's clothes, folded neatly by the altar, but not a drop of blood, not a footprint. The book was gone. Years later, Jesse confessed on his deathbed. He made a second pact that night, one that let him leave alive. But the price? He'd never forget what he saw. And one day, it would come back for him. He died with his eyes wide open, mouth frozen mid-scream, no visible cause. Just one word written on the ceiling above his bed, aradhael. So if you're ever tempted to summon something, to see if the darkness will answer, just remember it always does, and it never comes alone.